guys, welcome back to my channel. So today, unlike normal, this is not a brand new bottle because I was already drinking it before I decided to start filming. So I'm already somewhat intoxicated. So today, we're not drinking a brand new wine. This wine is one of my favorite wines of all times. The first time I tried it was at Olive Garden. If you guys are of the age and you like Olive Garden, or if Olive Garden is open for dining for you guys, if you want to try it, they'll give you a free sample if you ask for it. It's the Roscato Rosso Dolce. Olive Garden has this wine if you guys want to try it. A bottle sells at Olive Garden for like $24, I believe, but you can get it cheaper. I think I paid like $12. They'll have the price for it at Target. So if you guys want to try it, Target sells it for a pretty cheap price. But yeah, let me get started pouring another glass, and I'll be right back. I finished decorating it, and then I moved it in front of our window. I thought it's a final product. I think it turned out well. I liked it. I like how it turned out so far. I finished decorating my apartment, everything's set, and so yeah, so there's the tree finally decorated. So today's topic is one of my 3 obsessions I developed during quarantine. So during this quarantine, like everyone else, I'm started obsessing with different stuff. And I spend quite a bit of money on some of these obsessions. Thank God I only developed 3 obsessions during this quarantine times. Today we're going to be talking about my least expensive obsession. Anyway, so my first obsession during quarantine was Korean dramas. Goddamn, I got hooked. The first Korean drama that I watched was Sotus, which is on Netflix. If you guys want to give it a go, totally recommend. They're not in English, like none of them are. So if reading is not your thing, then I wouldn't recommend it. But if you like shows and you don't mind reading it, totally recommend it. It's a BL drama, and I really liked it, so that's what got me hooked. And I also like the Korean dramas are not like American dramas or like Mexican or Latin American dramas that last forever. Korean dramas are pretty short. Most of them are around 12 episodes or so. I think the longest drama I saw was, I want to say the longest drama I saw was 24 episodes, and that's the longest one I've seen. Most of them are 1 season, some of them have 2 seasons due to their popularities, and they're really fun. I totally recommend it. And the thing that intrigued me about it is that, well, most of them are BL dramas, so there's that. But also, like, they're short, and there's a resolution at the end of the show. Like, I don't have to be like waiting eternally to see what's going on, like most American soap operas that last forever, like The Young the Restless, I believe. The show has been going on forever, so it hasn't ended. I like the shows were like short. Most of them are like half an hour episodes. I think the longest episodes for any of the dramas I saw were like 50 minutes. And those longer episode dramas are like shorter, so there's that too. It's really fun. I really got hooked into Korean dramas because out of the top of my head I can easily like name 20 different dramas that I watched, but goddamn, I watched so many of them. There were days that I didn't sleep just because I binge watched through the night, and I don't know. I think that most of it was like almost. I did 2 days of no sleep just because I could not like stop watching, and it was one of those dramas that, and that was for the longest drama that I watched, and it took me forever to. Well, it took me 2 days to finish it. Like from beginning to end. And not like that it was already finished. I didn't have to be like waiting for episodes. Because if you get into the newer Korean dramas there that are airing, they only air one episode a week, so that's the sucky part. But if you are watching Korean dramas that already aired and already finished, like you can binge watch it really easily. It was it was really fun. I like they like no sleep, but no sleep, and got introduced me to a different culture, and it's interesting because after like watching Korean dramas, started watching Filipino dramas. I watched some Chinese dramas. I watched some Japanese dramas. Like different countries have like different way of writing stuff. It's really intriguing. Like, and while some of the tropes are really predictable and like generic, sometimes like um sometimes they'll surprise you on like all the dramas in America and Latin America. Like if you've seen one or two, you pretty much see most of them because they all have the same premise and you can easily predict it. Like different countries' dramas are really intriguing, and like if you guys like learning or if you're learning a little bit about like different cultures and stuff, totally recommend that you guys give it a go. Um, some of my friends know this, but one of those dramas like really got to me. Uh, it was called Until We Meet Again, because that drama as a premise is about reincarnation, about two lovers who could not be together, and they couldn't be together in their first life, but they met again in their second life, and it was really emotional and sad. Like you would have to see it and understand what I mean, but that show or that drama like brought me to tears multiple times. I was like, it was something. I think it's one of the only like dramas that ever brought me to tears because most of the time they're like fun or dramatic, but that one was like sad, but had like a lot of like it was sad but at the same time it was really lovely drama. Totally recommend like if you guys want to try watching a drama. I recommend Until We Meet Again, or like you can watch the show too. So Netflix, like as a first, it's pretty simple and pretty easy to follow. There's multiple dramas I recommend. Dramas are on YouTube, so you can like just look them up, and like all the episodes are there for the most part. Some of them are restricted to like their countries, but there's very few of them, and even then, sometimes people will still post them, so you can still watch them. But yeah, I totally got obsessed with Korean dramas. I also, but it's also a good thing because it got me obsessed and like wanting to learn more about their culture, and that side of the world. And it's really interesting, the stuff that I learned because I like they like mentioned some stuff, and they were like they went to different places, and they want to look him up, and I want to visit some of those places. Um, and it's a fun experience. So when I can travel, like I'll totally be down to like traveling to Asian countries that look really nice. Like I want to see where like this shows were filmed, stuff like that. But it's pretty fun. Damn, I can feel it like oh well. But So yeah, that's pretty much it. My obsession with Korean drama, it was, and it still is really prominent. Uh, Not as bad as it was because I watched so many of them. Because I pretty much just watched the BL dramas. Like I watched some of the like regular dramas and they're pretty good, but I got more intrigued and hooked into the BL dramas. And right now, I watched most of them. In this like past 6 months, that's all I did. Pretty much watch Korean dramas or anime, and so I'm pretty much all cut out for the most part. Now I'm just watching the ones airing right now. So it's sad because now I have to wait weekly to get the new episode. But oh well. I mean, I'm getting more sleep now. That I'm not obsessed and binge watching Korean dramas, but yeah, you guys should totally give it a go. It's really fun and they're addicting, and like the couples are so cute, and then like they're unlike. I also like that unlike American way of promoting stuff. Like here, they'll promote it by the commercial. Like the main couples in those dramas will like go to shows and like perform and like do like fun stuff, and then like the big fans will make compilations of them, like the different shows and stuff, like their sweet moments and stuff like that, and it's really fun and it's cute, and you get to learn more about them, and like as that person from like those like interviews and stuff like that. So totally recommend you guys give it a go. Now regarding this wine, like I said, it's one of my favorite wines of all times, so I will always recommend it. Cheers. I'll see you next time.